Phoenix Coldon was last seen in the driveway of her family's home in Spanish Lake, Missouri, right outside of St. Louis, Missouri, on December 18th, 2011. Phoenix, a 23-year-old student at the time at the University of Missouri State, sat in her mother's black 1998 Chevy Blazer talking on her cell phone. She drove off for a quick trip to the store, but has never been seen or heard from again. Phoenix's car was found abandoned a few miles away in the neighboring state of East St. Louis, Illinois, with the car door open and the engine running, and was impounded in the state of Illinois. Her parents reported her missing the very next day, but didn't hear about the car being found until weeks later. Her disappearance grew stranger the more and more time passed. The police never made an inventory of the car and claimed there was nothing inside. This proved to be false when her parents retrieved the car from the impound lot and found her belongings left behind in the vehicle. In the years since Phoenix's disappearance, several secrets have come out. Childhood friend Tim Baker stated that Phoenix had a secret boyfriend that lived with her while attending college named Michael B. Tim stated that she didn't want her parents to know that she had lived with Michael while in college. He quoted, "She told me not to say anything to her parents. Her parents was very religious and didn't believe in her living with any man until marriage." According to Phoenix's cell phone records, she spoke with Michael B. by phone for a long time the day before her disappearance on December 17th, 2011. They called each other a total of 10 times. When questioned about Phoenix, her parents felt that her secret boyfriend, Michael B., was shady and was hiding something. Although St. Louis County police investigators called Michael B. the most cooperative and feels that he had nothing to do with her disappearance. A few years back on the Real Talk with Tamara TV show, Phoenix's parents came to Memphis, Tennessee, and I interviewed them on my TV show. In that interview, her mother revealed that a church member claims to have seen Phoenix on a flight from Las Vegas to St. Louis in 2014, leaving with two brawny men. When I asked her mother what happened, she claims that the church member said that she spoke with Phoenix and asked, "Are you Phoenix Coldon?" And she said the lady turned around and said, "Excuse me, do I know you?" She said because the choir member knew for a fact that it was Phoenix, when the flight landed, she ran to security to try to get help. And when they got back, Phoenix was out of sight with the two men. Although many have their doubts of whether it was Phoenix that the church member saw or not, Phoenix's mother feels, in fact, that it could have very well been Phoenix. The young lady had sang in the choir with Phoenix for a long time and would very much and very well know exactly how Phoenix looked. While covering this case, I had the opportunity to speak with then Police Chief Flory about the Phoenix Coldens case. During that interview, he spoke about human trafficking in the St. Louis and East St. Louis area. I've had people, when I put those shows on YouTube, because the shows that I've done with Phoenix's parents, I put on YouTube. I've had quite a few people to call me from East St. Louis, Illinois, and they spoke about, possibly, they spoke about possibly dragging the river, because I don't know that area. I don't know if there's any water over there by that area, and where her car was found. And a couple more other people said something about a human trafficking ring. What do you think about that?
Well, yes. Well, number one, when the vehicle was found, that there was no water around. The closest water would be the Mississippi River between Missouri and Illinois. That wouldn't come about unless we had evidence to believe that there was something over there in the river or something washed up on the river that would put us in an area. So that probably would never happen. St. Louis, Missouri, to have had some issues with human trafficking, and that is a real important factor. That we've been told that there is some human trafficking going on, and I don't really, not in East St. Louis, of course. We haven't had that thus far, but I'm told that St. Louis has been experiencing some stuff like that. So that's another factor, though.
Okay.
Although some people felt that Phoenix may have left home on her own will, her mother feels differently. Because of their close relationship, her mother feels that Phoenix never would have left home without saying anything, especially this long. She has never left home without telling her mother where she's going or what she's getting ready to do. Her mother suspects that she is still alive, but she's being held against her will by someone.
Have there been any leads at all?
There's been numerous leads, numerous.
Mm-hmm.
It's just too numerous to even go into detail, but we can't go into detail because um, it is an ongoing investigation.
Mm-hmm.
There have been numerous leads, yes. We have followed some of those leads ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We have been to, Lawrence went to California once, I went to California once, alone. We have been to uh, Tennessee, we've been to Georgia, we've been to Texas twice,
Mm-hmm.
twice to Texas.
In your leads that you got.
Yes.
Phoenix's parents loves and misses her dearly and still believe that she to this day that she has been taken against her will, and they will go to the ends of the earth to get her back home safely with her family.
You think that we need to do collectively? What do you think is going to take to get Phoenix home?
I truly believe in the power of prayer,
Mm-hmm.
and we pass out these palm cards all over. They're all over the country. They're actually in some foreign countries.
Mm-hmm.
I've sent some to a lady in Canada. Um, Flyers are in Belize, uh, Peru, England, Mexico, um, and I have a friend who is giving them out to people on the border
Mm-hmm.
in several states, Border Patrol agents.
Mm-hmm.
I do not believe that Phoenix is laying out there in a field. I don't believe it. I just don't feel it.
Although her parents are still hopeful and praying that one day she will walk back through the door and is still adamant that she's still alive, there are some that feels because of so much time that has passed that she may have met foul play.
Now I'm gonna go back to you knowing her brother. Now with you knowing her, with you being best friends with Phoenix Coldon's uncle, Mrs. Coldon's brother, and I'm just, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but just in being best friends with him, do you feel, has he expressed that this is unusual for Phoenix? Like, has he expressed his concern of that this is unusual and that possibly foul play?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. He has expressed some things with me. In fact, I know a little bit more about uh, he and I being best friends. I know a little bit more about Mrs. Phoenix behaviors and things that she was going through. So that gives me a better understanding where we are.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wow. With that being said, do you feel like she left on her own just from the knowledge that you have?
Absolutely. Yes. She left her own.
Okay. And although she left on her own, you feel like now that it's possibly foul play?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Sadly, to this day in 2022, Phoenix is still missing, and her parents, Goldia and Lawrence, have spent all of their life savings even losing their family home on a promising lead that turned out to be a hoax. When a Texas man claimed to know where Phoenix was, the family spent everything they had on another round of private investigators to follow up on the tip, only for the man to admit in the end that it was all made up. Ultimately, investigators believe that three things may have happened to Phoenix in this mystery. Either she was abducted by sex traffickers, ran away on purpose, or died in some unknown foul play. Perhaps the most chilling thing that happened was that the ex girlfriend of one of Phoenix's ex boyfriends stated that she asked him about Phoenix Coldon. And he said to her, "Why are you worried about a dead girl?" The young lady reported this to the police department, but sadly, no one has been charged in a murder of Phoenix Coldon, and she is still considered a missing person. If anyone knows what has happened to Phoenix Coldon, please reach out to the St. Louis, Missouri Police Department. Let's help to either bring Phoenix home or give her parents peace who wonders about what has happened to their daughter every single day of their lives. Phoenix Coldon was 23 years old at the time, had a bright future, would have never left home like she did. Her car was found suspiciously on the side of the road, still running with the door open, with all of her belongings in it. Someone knows what has happened to Phoenix, like so many other young ladies that goes missing under suspicious circumstances. Please help to bring Phoenix Coldon home, or help to bring whoever took her away from home to justice.